YouTube. Actually, we do this, it's audio visual, so you can virtually be part of the conversation anywhere in the world that you are. To join us today while we'll delve into a couple of issues on the hot topic. So I'm sure we have all heard former President Muhammadu Buhari has passed on in London. Omoyele Sowore said that he died from leukemia. Leukemia is a blood disease, and if you recall, during his time as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he visited the United Kingdom often, for upkeep, for treatment. So I would say the president lived a good life, 82 years. All his dreams and aspirations, he was able to accomplish them. A military head of state, obviously a two-time civilian president. He had a good home, money, connection. What else could a man want? So the reason why I'm saying so is that for a couple of persons who feel terrible about his administration, I would say that for former President Muhammadu Buhari, he at one point after he stepped down asked Nigerians and those who may have heard to forgive him. But that is not enough. I think the 8 years of Muhammadu Buhari's administration and the coming in of the APC gave the party a bad name, whereby in 2023 Nigerians did not want to have anything to do with the All Progressives Congress. They wanted a different party, they wanted a different leadership. They just did not want the APC back on board. Well, as it happens to be, the APC continued and they're currently the government of the day. While tomorrow has been declared as a public holiday across the country to bury former President Muhammadu Buhari, felicitations have been coming from all quarters, both from friends and foes. The administration of the day, however, has been in a high alert. The repatriation of the remains of the former president is ongoing. The papers for his repatriation of his remains is ongoing, and based on what the Katsina State Governor told us, that by tomorrow, 12 noon, former President Muhammadu Buhari's remains should be in Nigeria and burial arrangements will definitely commence. Thereby, the public holiday. Tomorrow, the president has said there should be 1 week mourning, that is 7 days mourning, for late Muhammadu Buhari, and the flag flown at half-mast. But Nigerians had diverse views and diverse perceptions and expressions about the administration of late President Muhammadu Buhari. One of the most consequential is the fact that there are reflections on Muhammadu Buhari's leadership. They called him one of abysmal leadership. They also said that his commitment to infrastructure during his administration was quite laudable, and that the benefit is what the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is yielding on. Also, they also talked about the fact that during the administration of Muhammadu Buhari, there was a sense of he did not interfere directly with the 2023 elections. And if you would recall, during the campaign season, the Naira redesign policy came on board, which caused a cash crunch. We all know the reason why that emergency for the Naira redesign policy came on board. It was to distort the process of vote buying by those in the political elite who had the money to buy votes. And we all know how challenging it was at the time. Buhari made sure that there was no interference during the 2023 elections directly. But a lot of Nigerians complained about him being evasive, not concentrating on the issues affecting Nigeria. Terrorism was on the rise. Remember the Black Sunday, the Owo killings, and a lot of issues that transpired. The NSAS in 2020, where it was like Nigerians went on a protest for nothing. Some of them are still in police custody, awaiting trial, awaiting bail. So a lot in that regard is basically what Nigerians feel they do not appreciate with Muhammadu Buhari's administration. So the question now is this. At this point, and our leaders, do they think about their integrity? Do they think about what would be said about them when they eventually leave this world? That's a question a lot of Nigerians are asking. Secondly, now what will happen? We're going into the political scenario, the dynamic of what the death or the passing of Muhammadu Buhari will actually cause in our political landscape. So you know that Buhari has an occult following, a huge number of persons in the north who follows, and it was surprising to see some persons in the north children, teenagers, actually celebrating in the streets. They were dancing and jubilating under the rain that he had passed on. We also saw some videos of some persons in the southwest as well who were actually celebrating the passing on of Muhammadu Buhari. There were diverse reactions to his passing. It actually tells you the impression that a lot of Nigerians had about him. But how will this affect the politics? A couple of things we're not seeing. What does this mean for the ADC? What does this mean for the CPC faction? All right. What does this now mean for the new coalition? The All Progressives Congress, Peter Obi, and the conspiracy theory to render him partyless. Something is coming. We don't know what it is. But there are fears that now that Buhari is no longer around, and that was a person that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had an agreement with, he may actually start coming out against all of the persons who betrayed him, tried to stunt his emergence as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Also, some of the ministers under Buhari's administration who are not undergoing investigation by the EFCC, their kind of worms will be open. Well, a lot actually is on the table in that regard concerning the demise of Muhammadu Buhari. Now, let's move on to Delta States, the South-South axis. Akpabio has come out to warn and tell Nigerians that what happened in 2023 against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in some regions in the country will not happen for the South-South. He has promised that he's going to deliver for the All Progressives Congress and for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. We saw recently Wike meeting up, what's his name? Julius Aburi meeting up with Nyesom Wike in the capital city. Nigerians are wondering what is cooking and what does it mean. The National Executive Committee of the Julius Aburi faction of the Labour Party is yet to set a date to announce the expulsion of Peter Obi from the Labour Party. If that happens, what is his fate in the ADC? Now, Atiku Abubakar has come out to tell us that he is not stepping down for any southern candidate. So are we seeing a clean sweep for Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027? You all may think it's too soon to talk about it, but trust me, the political dynamic with the passing of Muhammadu Buhari has obviously changed. Is this a clean sweep for Tinubu in 2027? The Southwest, as you could see during the local government elections, is on lockdown. All the councillors, all the local government chairmen across the 20 local government areas and 37 LCDAs, all APC. Only one PDP councillor, and that PDP councillor was an APC before. They had some internal issues, and then he obviously came to the PDP, but he will definitely come back to the APC. So, Lagos State locked down. Governor Adeleke, there are talks that he will officially unveil to join the All Progressives Congress very soon. That state is on lockdown. Ogun State, Osun State, all the Southwest states on lockdown. The South-South. Umo Ino is now in the APC. Delta State Governor as well. Also, Rivers, we already know that it's been delivered to the APC. Now, the SCT obviously being manned by Nyesom Wike for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So it is the North that he needs to find an inroad. How will the ADC battle with all of this? That's the big question. And will this undermine governance or will this enhance governance? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Esther Wachiko. We're currently streaming live on YouTube at VOP 903 FM. The Evening Rush has officially commenced. And I actually have right here in the studio, Barrister Darlington Agumor. Barrister Darlington, how are you?
Esther, I'm fine.
Welcome.
And you?
I am fine. It's cold. It's cold. It was a bit sunny today, but let's just say that the weather is friendly. It's beautiful. I have my hot tea here, so I think it's going to keep me company for this evening program.
So, as your guest, which one is my own?
Professor Darlington, you have eaten.
Eh?
You have chopped food.
Were you there when I was chopping the food? Did you see me?
Your Afoge is a testimony. It's a testament.
Afom.
Afoge.
Yeah, I pure water. Oh.
Barrister Darlington. Good evening and thank you for joining us today on the Evening Rush.
It's my pleasure.
Barrister, how would you talk about the time of late President Muhammadu Buhari? Remember, not speak ill of the dead, but, a couple of encomiums were given on his administration, despite a lot of trajectory that followed his administration at the time.
I was thinking anybody that want to praise Buhari will tell us that outstanding thing he did. I was thinking, at least tell us that these are the things that happened when he was in office for the 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
For me, Buhari's 8 years in office as a civilian president was like the years of low cost for Nigeria. Seriously. It's like the man came into office with vengeance. You know, he contested 3 times and he didn't win. So when he eventually did, he came with vengeance and was rampaging anything on his way. That was why he started in 2016 when he introduced the Fulani agenda.
He introduced the Fulani agenda?
Yes, because that was the year he included 940 million in our budget to fund the Fulani herdsmen activities.
How do you know he was to? How are you setting to us to fund the Fulani herdsmen activities?
I am coming now.
Okay.
I am coming. When that announcement was made in our budget, all of us were wondering, what is this? But this is a private business. You don't need to use our taxpayers' money to fund the activities. He said it is to stop the farmer herder clash. He wants to build ranches all over Nigeria for the cattle rearers. We grudgingly said, okay, if that will solve the problem, oh yeah, now go ahead. Esther, please. For the 8 years of Buhari, did you see where he built one ranch like this? One. At the end of that 2016, we didn't see any ranch. The money, we didn't see where it entered. All that we saw was that at the end of that 2016, Fulani herdsmen started carrying AK-47 all over the place.
Okay.
That was the beginning. That was the beginning of this terrorism that we are all lamenting today.
Okay.
Because before that time, it wasn't like this. Nobody was. They were not this bold and arrogant.
Okay.
We were thinking Buhari will rein them in. Up to today, he didn't. Rather, wherever they commit their mayhem, Buhari will go there and tell the people, accommodate your brothers. Mention one day Buhari was very, very, very angry with his kinsmen for what they are doing in Nigeria. Just one day when Buhari gave a stern warning for Fulani herdsmen to stop killing people in their farmland and all that. Just one day throughout his regime. Rather, he will look the other side. I feel he didn't know what happened throughout his regime. Is that not enough evidence to tell you that this is what he came to do?
Are you sure?
Because
Buhari, I remember at the time there were complaints that Buhari was literally not in charge of his government. He literally did not interfere with the runnings and administration of the country. He had persons that were being in charge of that. Remember late Kerry? You remember when his wife, Aisha Buhari, came out and told Nigerians that she's not in charge, her husband is not in charge of the government, that her cousin Kerry was the one making executive decisions. Persons couldn't have access to Muhammadu Buhari. Most times you want to see him, it's difficult. I heard you have to pay money to the chief of staff at the time, and even after you pay all of that and do whatever it is you need to do, you will still not have access to the president. And most times when he needs to come out and address issues, he was always not in the know. He would tell you, I do not know, I wasn't aware, I wasn't told. He was always oblivious. Also, you remember Solomon Dalong, former Minister of Youth and Sports, he also made the same reference that he went out with Muhammadu Buhari and Top Point, and while they were talking, Buhari was like, I do not know what these things. I do not know all these things. So if you claim that he had a sinister motive, and most times he came out and told us he did not know, what was the essence of him apologizing after he stepped down by saying, to all of you I may have hurt or in one way or the other betrayed or done something to? He apologized and said he's sorry. Couple of persons saw him as somebody humble and very simple, just did not know how to govern. So in that respect, how would you describe his personality different from his, will I say, profession or his administrative tendencies in the 8 years he was a president?
One of the things people do not understand about Buhari,
Okay.
he is very good, very, very good at pretending.
Oh.
Buhari was a master pretender.
Okay.
He did it so well that people were deceived by his appearance. The examples are many. Let me tell you one of the things he did when he came in 2015. Buhari was given, I think he said he was given about 400 million or so to go and clean up, buy cars, wardrobe and all that.
Okay.
Buhari came in the public before the press and told everybody, look, I don't need to buy any other car. The cars I met here are okay for me now.
Okay.
He was saying it before the press and they were clapping. The news was all over. You see, he came to save money for us. He came to do this. I was in a TV station where I said, no, a Buhari I know cannot use the car Jonathan left behind. It's not possible. They will attack as usual. This man, you don't like Buhari, you see you are a PDP man, this and that. I just laughed because I know Buhari very well. Esther, few months, it's not even up to 2 months, we didn't know that they have already placed order for wonders on wheel. Those things were not cars, they were wonders on wheel. 18 of them. They were brought into Aso Rock. It was only the Sun newspaper that published that article. That event. And I said, so you mean the press, why couldn't anybody show this to the press? Of course, the press were manipulated and nobody reported it. They covered it up. Esther, the same period, a helipad sprang up in Daura. A helipad. Buhari no longer walk on ground. No, he will land just inside in front of his house and then walk in. I said, that's it. One other supermarket that the same Sun newspaper said that the only thing you may not find in that supermarket or be shopping mall is human head. The way it was built and everything. All these things were covered. That they were restricted from public knowledge. Nobody was talking about it. I said, look at it.
All right, Barrister Darlington.
There are so many examples I can give you.
Okay.
And your press, your people were I don't know whether they were bought or they deliberately didn't want to expose all these things for people to know.
In comparison with leaders who have died, Yaradua died while he was still active. Buhari died 2 years after his active service in serving Nigerians. I know that Nigerians mourned late Musa Yaradua. They felt that he was a president who had the interests of Nigerians at heart. They also felt during his administration, democracy was rife. Peter Obi gave a lot of testimony to Yaradua at the time when he was going through the impeachment process in Anambra. He said that despite, yes, exactly, he said Yaradua was, he activated the process. The judiciary was active. Yaradua had a 7-point agenda. I will never forget the 7-point agenda. And he's one person that, regardless of ethnicity and religion, almost everyone in the country was hopeful about, him being the president. Unfortunately, when he passed on, it was like the template wasn't followed through with. With Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, Nigerians felt he was supposedly weak-kneed, and then there were conspiracy theories of certain persons wanting to liquidate and hijack his government. Obviously, they blamed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of being the spearheader of ensuring that Goodluck Ebele Jonathan doesn't come back in 2019, and they felt that he also pioneered the international collaborators and used the whole Bring Back Our Girls protest to tarnish his administration completely. Well, let's see. After that 8 years of Muhammadu Buhari in 2020, which was the EndSARS protest, Nigerian youth, it was like somebody clicked on a switch during the EndSARS protest. Before the EndSARS protest, the police brutality was too much. Things were happening and the government of the day wasn't addressing it until the protest of EndSARS. Nigerian youth came out en masse, this time around in unison with one voice. I remember the whole Sorosoke in Lagos State at the time when Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu had to address people at the Lekki toll gate. There, the youth decided to awaken themselves politically. But Barrister Darlington, it was like the End SARS protests did not do anything. Persons died, persons were injured. Some of them are all going through the court process. Some of them are still in custody right now. I think their bail hearing should be coming up anytime soon. A lot has actually happened, and it felt like the entire protest and the situation that developed afterwards, it was like there was no need for it because the government of the day did not pay attention to the clamor and the cries of Nigerians, which was what promulgated the passionate dislike towards the All Progressives Congress. Now, after the passing of Muhammadu Buhari that we heard yesterday, thereabout, Barrister Darlington, there are fears that the loyalists of Muhammadu Buhari are scampering right now. We don't know who is going to take that role. We don't know which of the Northerners have that kind of fanatic following, that Buhari had. One of such loyalists is El Rufai. And some of them, before they did what they did, they must have obviously sought the counsel of Muhammadu Buhari. Now, there are talks that it's because of the agreement President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had with Buhari. Some of them within the administration of Buhari were not touched. Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Umar Saruk, Hadi Sirika, even Boss Mustafa at the time, along with the Emefiele, they are all supposed to respond to questions about some financial misdealings during the administration of Muhammadu Buhari. But right now, Emefiele is the only one in custody. And then with the elections that was just conducted, there is already talk that it's a clean sweep for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. The agenda, according to some political analysts, is to render Peter Obi partyless, which may or may not put him in panic. Atiku Abubakar has said he's not stepping down for any southern candidates. He's also going on the run. And a couple of the loyalists of Buhari may want to retain their stance in the APC so that possibly the impending wrath that is to come may not touch them. How do you look at this?
Esther, this permutation may not add up.
Okay, why?
I have always told you here that nothing lasts forever. It's a question of time before something will give. Now, the exit of Buhari will cause some rumbles in the north.
Okay.
Because as at the time Buhari left office, remember, he told us that if we disturb him, he will go to Niger. Not knowing that something will happen in Niger that will stop him from traveling to that place. And so he never did. All the investment and even the house or land he has there, he never entered any of them until this thing happened 2 days ago. Now, in the northern region,
okay,
you have different parties there. It's not one party. Now, Buhari, yes, he has a court followership in the north, even when he was retired or when he had left office. Now, from what you told me now, from what you are saying, or you're from your own permutation.
It's not my own permutation. These are permutations of political analysts who have been speaking ever since the passing on of Buhari yesterday.
I am telling you, it will not be like that. This is where I expect Tinubu to be very careful.
Are you sure?
I am not joking. Listen very well.
Okay.
The North don't joke with power. That is one thing Tinubu should note. I'm sure he should know that. If you touch them when it comes to power, they will come out bearing their fans. I'm not joking.
Are you saying that if there are unscrupulous elements and now the president can go after them, he should be afraid because they're from the North? What is giving them immunity?
No. What I'm saying is that they have already distanced themselves from Tinubu. If he now want to prove that he is tough or something, then he's going to find it very tough with the North. So if he actually wants his regime or his presidency to enjoy relative peace, he should not take advantage of the exit of Buhari to do anything untoward to the North. That's my advice. And I have my reasons for saying this. When it became obvious that Buhari was to be disgraced during the PTF and during the investigation, and during the $2.8 billion disappearance under his watch in NNPC, something happened in this country. You and I know that. If they not discover that Tinubu want to reduce them to nothing or whittle them down,
Okay.
something may give, and I don't know what. Because, like I told you, the North don't joke with power. They don't joke with power. Why do you think Atiku is saying I will not step down? In spite of what everybody is saying, he said he's not stepping down. They are stuck in trade. The North, and I mean the Fulanis, they don't forgive and they don't give up. That is just their character. You don't need to debate it. So if you now think that because Buhari is no longer there, therefore you can now rattle them.
Can you remember in 2023, Sheikh Gumi called President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? He himself said there was colossal corruption under the administration of Muhammadu Buhari, and asked Tinubu to ensure that those individuals were prosecuted and that monies that he collected from the government in large sums be returned. As that time, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu complained that he inherited an empty boursery. All right? Influential and private individuals fed fat on fuel subsidy and on NNPC. So rent seekers continue to collect a large part of crude oil sales. Refineries did not work yet. His administration spent billions of naira on turnaround maintenance. Some boldly looted the Central Bank of Nigeria. Outflows on Buhari's social investment program were likewise puzzling, with doubtful outlays on school feeding, trader money, and power programs, even with the COVID-19 lockdown in 2019, 2020 thereabout, and schools were shut. A lot of issues transpired. People fed fat. Monies that were meant to be given to the unbanked and vulnerable, no accountability. These individuals ate it. None of those individuals were called out. We heard the EFCC was investigating them, but we haven't heard any more the outcome of those individuals.
Okay.
Now, the talk is that these individuals were loyalists of Muhammadu Buhari, and maybe at the time that was the immunity. Now, the gloves are off. They no longer have any immunity. So, the president can actually come outright for them. He has a southwest on lockdown. The southeast, as it stands, they feel like when it comes to electoral value, they don't have any value, like what transpired in 2023. Besides, their votes can be divided. Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, obviously by hook or crook, the APC will win the states. Anambra, we already know where Anambra would go. Enugu and Abia State, obviously, we know where those states will go. It depends on the state governors and where they intend to head. But the lucrative states, the oil-rich states, already on lockdown for him. So it's just a few northern states that he needs to get. And that's why there are permutations that he has a clean sweep in them. So if you have a situation where the agreement, the unwritten agreement of it is a turn of the South, even those who wanted to decamp right now to ADC, don't you think they would wait back? Because the horizon seems very much uncertain.
Esther, what you are saying is like you did not even remember that it is Nigerians that will make these votes. They are the ones that are going to vote.
Personality, you said here on several occasions that the votes of Nigerians don't count.
Is that?
You said here on several occasions that
I didn't
their
say,
votes in the large
I
scheme.
said in the eye of the politicians.
Okay.
Good. But in 2027, things are going to change. Have I not said it here?
Yes. You gave your prediction.
Yeah, so this permutation now, it is what you used to be. But I'm telling you, in 2027, things will change. We don't even know who will be alive by that time. Do you know? Did anybody know that Buhari will exit by 2 days ago?
Some people said they knew.
They knew.
Yeah.
That is a discussion for another day. Because like I said, nothing is hidden for too long. It's a matter of time before we begin to hear exactly when Buhari died and which one actually died. So let's leave it for that for now. What I'm saying in essence is that your permutation may not add up. Because
it's not my permutation.
Yes.
And what do you mean who died? Obviously, former President Muhammadu Buhari passed on. How many of them? It's just one person.
Okay.
Yes.
Because Garuba Shehu had not told us all the truth. He started by telling us that he invented the rat theory to divert our attention for Buhari's sickness.
Yeah.
So that is one part of the lies that has come out. I'm sure many will soon come out. There are many things about him that we have not even talked about. But let us go to what you are saying.
Okay.
Tinubu will definitely have to be careful now because he's working on a minefield. In fact, Buhari would have even helped him to stabilize.
Okay.
But with his exit now, with nobody in control or to call the knot to, that towering figure, who will Buhari be talking to in the north today? Who is that person? Tell me. Mention that northern leader that commands respect that Tinubu can talk to. You can see now. You can see that the goalposts have shifted far away. There is nobody. He cannot. Is it Atiku? Is it Rufai? Is it Baba Ahmed or Baba Chia Lawal? So if you check, there's nobody Tinubu can run to in the north today and say, look, based on so, let's do this in this way. And they will listen to him. There's nobody. So the north are going to realign.
Realign with who?
They will realign, yes. The northerners, they are going to realign now that Buhari have left. They are going to realign to champion their political future. But it cannot be with a Tinubu.
It's still the turn of the South, so champion the political future for 2031. We're speaking of now, a lot of them who rely on political appointments, a lot of them who rely on the largesse of being in the Nigerian polity, right? And they may not want the searchlight to be beamed on them. Like I said, it seemed Buhari was an immunity for a lot of them.
That's what I'm telling you. Now that immunity is no longer there, according to you, I don't know how.
According to me?
Yes, according to you.
According to you, the immunity is still there?
Why not? If not,
okay, who is giving the immunity?
The only reason Tinubu may not pursue that angle is because a pot cannot call a kettle black. Tinubu is not the right person to fight corruption. He is not. He can't even go far. Tinubu is not the person to fight. He can't fight it. Has he fought any since he came into office? Did you see Tinubu reprimanding any of the people he appointed for any financial infractions? No. Even as the Minister of Petroleum, look at what is going on there. Every time probe. At the end of the day, nothing will come out of it. Nothing will come out. Nobody has been prosecuted. So that will tell you that the man is weak. Very, very weak in so many things.
You think Tinubu is weak?
Politically, look, you see all this thing you are attributing to Tinubu.
President, you think he's weak?
I said, listen to me.
A lot of persons who have gone close to his enclave or gotten close to him, they say, yes, he looks frail. I remember when Segun Showumi said he went to visit him. They said, yes, he looks frail does not mean that his mind is not very active or working.
Listen, Esther.
Segun Showumi said that man is mentally acutely aware.
Leave what psychophants are saying and listen to me.
You think he's a psychopath?
I said, listen to me. Esther, if somebody use Expo to have 9 A's in WAEC, is that student brilliant? Is that a success story? I expect, is Tinubu an orator? Can Tinubu gather a crowd today and persuade them to come his way by what he will say, by his oratorical conviction? Does Tinubu have that power? You know very well that he does not. So what is all this thing that you are going to use some talks, you are going to use financial inducement, you are going to use the police and the army to have your way in anything you want to get? Is that success? That's what I'm asking. Is that not what Tinubu is using? No, tell me. Tell me where he is going to make a speech and people will be persuaded based on that speech, based on that intelligent persuasion. He doesn't have it. So what is that thing you people are telling me that I don't understand? Every time, master strategy, he's very this, he's very that.
Okay.
These are things he's using money to get. Like you heard what is how he's reducing the National Assembly. with constituency project money, 1 billion, 2 billion. If you collect such a money from me, won't you do my bidding? Tell me, won't you do my bidding? These are things that are going around all over the place.
Well,
even governors.
Sule Lamido has warned that Nigerians should ensure that they unseat Tinubu in 2027 by all means. According to him, he says any patriotic Nigerian with the country at heart must contribute to unseat the present administration to save the country and Nigerians from the difficult situation. Let me throw this question at you, because he's citing that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is abusing power, suppression of opposition, erosion of democratic values by the APC-led administration, and that the ADC coalition is not driven by selfish interests. Meanwhile, a lot of persons feel that the ADC coalition is driven by selfish interests, where you have 5 different political individuals there vying for the same ticket. Now, let's move on to before the emergence of Buhari in 2015. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has actually wanted to be president way long before then. And when opportunities arose, he was strategic about not seeming desperate to grab it at the time. The plan at the time with Muhammadu Buhari, according to the president, he said Buhari approached him and said he wanted him to be the vice. He said no. He brought in Yemi Oshibajo for him and made an arrangement that after your 8 years, you work and make sure that your people support me to emerge as a president. Before then, a lot of persons in government were actually acquired their position through the influence of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. A lot of them actually in the polity got their appointments, got their political living, climbed the ladder through President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He built loyalists. Whether he built, whether he induced, whether he financed, whichever way you want to put it, he built loyalists over time. People who would do anything for him, even if he doesn't say. These are individuals that by hook or crook, they will make it happen for him over time. That's the plan. A lot of those persons who seem to be decamping or leaving the APC, that is a faction of the CPC, there are talks that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu enabled them getting whatever position they've gotten, especially within that party. Now, there are talks that he would come after these individuals who had betrayed him because the person who was supposedly the cover is gone. A couple of persons think that's not going to be so because they could destabilize the administration, and Nigeria right now does not need that kind of volatility. But my question to you, Barrister Darlington, is this. If following what transpired in the local government elections, it's very important for us to have these permutations, because with the way it goes, then government economic implementation is how it will reflect. So in the local government elections, there were talks that some of the polling units, right, there were no INEC officials and materials did not arrive there. Literally, those individuals in certain polling units and local governments were disenfranchised.
Yeah, the result came out from there.
They were disenfranchised. Polling units, no materials, no INEC official. There are talks that this may be the same thing that will happen in 2027. So certain locations strategically dominated by certain extractions, ethnic extractions, may experience the same thing. And if you follow through what some of them have been saying on social media, if you want to come out and vote and you're not coming out to vote for APC or Tinubu in 2027, they have made threats to the lives of persons who may want to come and vote for any other political party aside from the APC. And they ensured that all the 20 local governments and LCDAs were won by the APC. Already, they have said that what happened in 2023 will not occur in 2027. A couple of them have taken it to be that they're no longer going to be liberal towards anybody. That is the liberalism that enabled what happened in 2023 to happen. And that the flexibility that a lot of non-indigens in Lagos are enjoying is because of Tinubu who allowed it. And that a lot of them were ungrateful by not voting for him in 2023. So this basically, it's out there. You can, they're not hiding it. They're saying it. I'm shocked because the security officials are not monitoring, the DSS, none of them are monitoring this. And these are undemocratic behavioral patterns where thuggery and intimidation is what is being celebrated and held as a wordstick against certain people just because you want a certain individual to arrive or emerge as a president. Now let's put that in one context. Julius Abure met with Nyesom Wike. We don't know what is cooking in that regard. I remember I tried to reach out to some of the persons that are close to the Abure faction, but none of them were actually picking their calls to know exactly what this means and what it represents, considering the controversial personality that Nyesom Wike embodies, right? Now, there are talks that they want to expedite the process of expelling Peter Obi from the Labour Party, and in the ADC already, Atiku is not stepping down for anyone, and literally that is the plan. So Peter Obi may remain partyless and doesn't get any opportunity in the ADC and and is being expelled from the Labour Party. So he's going to be in a wind where there is no place to lean. So the question is, what happens with the kind of trust and support that he has amassed over time? And despite the ADC thinking of wanting to give him the presidential ticket if it gets to a certain level, but they have insisted that they're going to hold an open primary. So his lobbying, his negotiation, everything needs to come in the works, including dollars if he has to. Do you see him having a strong potential within the ADC and having to combat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027? Remember all the states I told you that has already been clinched by the president with the current circumstance on ground.
Yes, before now, even before Buhari says it, I have already made my prognosis concerning the Obi's ambition. And I gave suggestion on how he should go about it for now.
Okay.
They say he who fights and run live to fight another day. Is that not true? Good. I said it even in Dr. Damage's show yesterday. I made the same suggestion. It's a suggestion, no. I'm not saying it emphatically.
Okay.
It is left for Obi to take it or leave it. But I'm telling you now, with the way things are now, the North would want to regain power so that they don't lose her completely with the exit of Buhari. That's the truth. So, why can't an Obi apply wisdom so that he doesn't lose out completely? If at the end of the day Obi doesn't get the president, he doesn't get the vice, please, of what use is that? Tell me. So that people will now mock him as a failure.
Do you know Precious Orubebe? They call her Mama P. Listen to her.
Since last night, it's like I've slept non-stop. I only wake up to go and ease myself. Even the coffee I made, you see, and there, I couldn't take it. But I've learned my lessons. I made do myself. I just sit down, say, I don't know who I want to follow Waka. I say, now Oga Peter Obi. People of God, if you don't get energy, you don't have compassion, you can't work with that man. You are not honest, you can't work with him. Peter Obi is exactly who he says he is. And you see, you take, you like, you not take, and you say you don't want to vote, and you not. It's okay. It doesn't change the fact that man is who he says he is. Obi not the rest. I want to shout. I do this video the way before my belly. Go be like say that is so. So by just they pick on one. How can you be in 4 states in 4 days? You don't understand. From Benin to Lagos. From there we went to Abuja. And I said, we have to go to Kaduna. Some people to give them money there to Kaduna. Kanu said the man, he died. We need to go. And then there's a mosque. They are building. We need to give. From there we have gone to Kanu, to Abuja. They keep some people in the east. If these politicians are working, you know, will be many happy people from there. Not me, I stop for road. I run. I never have video. I don't have energy making this video. I run. See, my eyes have been sleep. I said, I reach this place. I said, God, nobody should knock. I want to sleep. Oh, God. That man. God will bless Peter Obi. I don't even have much to say. I just want to do this video, man, go back to sleep. I have videos I can't post. There's no energy. Real life has happened to me, not the social media. You see poor people dragging him. You see rich buying down. You see humanity person. It's not politics. He reminds us every people wait around and he reminds you every minute. It's not politics. Let's try. When you are there, listen to what the people actually want. Let's see how we can help them. 15 million, they go 10 million, they go 5 million. Not packing this to give me now, mama, to say help me, go and be talking for me. No, he's packing it to give the poor. And you say, see, See, I swear with my life, he cannot be vice presidential candidate. No shit. Anybody will tell you again, say, go be vice presidential candidate. Tell us, say, now Google post Q. Sabi cannot be vice president. See, he has passed that level. Not that they pass level for something. He don't pass that. He doesn't even talk about politicians. And they tell you, say, Pluto Abi has no energy to talk about other politicians. So this person say he's not contesting. Oh, yes, he can contest. But I'm going to be president. Leave all that. Leave all. How long will it take to get to where we are going to? You know, the people have been waiting. It's human. You're under the sun. Please hurry up. Let's get there. Sir, people are praising you. Don't tell me about good news. I like listening to bad news. So I will know what next. Will know what the good news can wait. I say, I learned a lot. Now, wrong. In case that they watch this video and it is that they come back with their friend, I know where they go. I know.
All right, so if you have been watching her, she's been working closely with Peter B. Most of his outings, she's always around him. In the popular parish where you saw that trended that he was serving food, you know, she was the one. She's always with him, and you could hear these are the staunch supporters, and that's idea or thoughts, erase it from your mind. They won't allow him become a vice president.
Okay, Esther.
Sir?
As popular as Jesus Christ was, when he was going to Jerusalem, people were shouting, Hosanna, Hosanna. Abi?
Yeah.
In 3 days, the same people were saying, crucify him, crucify him. Even his second in command, Peter, had to deny him. I don't know why you people neglect history, the nature of man. You people are joking with these facts. As popular as P2B is now, when the chips are down, Esther, you will see the result. You will see the result. Now that he's going to ADC, and the place is becoming choked up with
he is in the ADC, although he's not a card carrying member. He could decide not to be part of them anymore if things don't go the way he expects it to go.
And then he will go to Labour Party, Abi? No, you go to Labour Party.
The faction of Julius Abure said that they have not set a date yet. Besides, the chairmanship position of Labour Party has not yet been authenticated by INEC.
In a divided house, I learned that the YPP is looking for somebody that will come and marry them. They are announcing it. That was Ifeanyi Uba's party. So maybe he's looking at that party, Abi. At what time? At what stage? I mean, you people are not getting it. If they have settled this rift in ADC and they start working together, it will remove all these problems. You know, because I am suspecting most of these people are paid APC members. They are paid APC members who are making it look like P2B had that crowd. I'm not joking. I am telling you how these things work. These are part of APC paid members who are praising him, shouting, if you don't run, we are going to do this. You must do this. Don't allow Atiku. So that at the end of the day, they will not settle down. Esther, in APC today, is anybody dragging this position with Tinubu?
Nope. Automatically endorsed.
Good. Only him. Esther, only him. So his votes are now en bloc. Nobody is dragging it with him. But look at this other opposition party. Why are they having issues? This is where I expected this to have wisdom to counter Tinubu. Because if he sees that they are now united, that they have all dropped their ego and come together, in fact, that will give Tinubu high blood pressure. With the way these things are happening now, they are succeeding. Because the people in opposition, they have not even learned what is worrying them. This ADC that people are praising now, it will pain me most if at the end of the day nothing comes out of it. All because of what? Ego. Ego. Drop your ego.
Is it possible to set up a different political party?
It cannot happen at this stage. It can't. They will only adopt an existing one.
And you cannot run as a sole candidate.
I know it's not possible. It's not there in the constitution.
What if Tinubu was the one that emerged as a president? What if Tinubu had run in 2015 and not Buhari? Do you think the impression and talks and disdain that Nigerians have about the APC would be what it is now?
If Tinubu had run in 2015,
yes, and possibly because that was how the APC came on board.
Yes.
Do you think that the impression Nigerians have about the APC that made them not want the APC to emerge again in 2023, do you think that impression would have been different now? Because that is the reason for the impatience. They feel that Nigerians are impatient to let the economic policies of the president work. So these economic policies that the president said is in long run, what if he was the one who ran in 2015 and not Buhari? Do you think will have a different dimension to the impression about the APC as a party?
It would have been worse.
It would have been worse?
Yeah, because a snake cannot change its structure.
Why would it be worse?
Because a Tinubu that I know.
You know Tinubu, what personal engagement, experience
he was here with us in Lagos. He was with us here. Everybody know his antecedent. Has he changed? Esther, has he changed? I was even thinking that with what Buhari did, Tinubu will come and then rewrite history and do things better. Is that not how you know a man from his intentions? If Tinubu wanted APC to continue to lead this country, he would have said, with what this man did, Nigerians will not like us, so let me rewrite history here.
And what do you think he should have done first by rewriting history?
By doing the right thing.
What was the first right thing you expected him to have
He shouldn't have removed subsidy before the camera and only to go to the back and he's paying subsidy.
Okay,
that is deceit.
The second one, what do you think he should have done? Good.
The second one, he would have started with what? This insecurity. Since they are not from his own ethnic extraction. But he was very weak, maybe because of Buhari or the agreement they had, or that he was part of those who brought them here. These are issues. Then the economy. Why did you devalue the naira when you don't have an industrial base? Tell me. 3 or even 4, he shouldn't be listening to IMF and World Bank. Because the same people that praise him for what he did are the one now condemning him for where the economy and poverty is in Nigeria. Look at the contradiction. And they were doing that because they know that he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know anything about administration and economy.
In Chatham House, he said he knew what to do.
But
he said he had technocrats, experienced persons who could turn around the economy.
We can see it now. I have told you, I have stopped listening to them. I look at the news behind the news.
I thought you would mention corruption. There was endemic corruption in Muhammadu Buhari's administration. That was the core of his campaign in 2019, 2015.
Good. I am coming.
It was insecurity, fighting security, develop the economy and fight corruption. I thought that would be the first thing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would focus on, corruption. A lot of ministers in the administration of Muhammadu Buhari stole money wholesomely. Look at Nigeria Air, Hadi Sirika, Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Sadia Umar Farouk. These persons, NNPC, I thought that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would have actually focused and retrieved those funds.
Esther, how many times did I call you? How do you expect Tinubu to fight corruption?
Why wouldn't he fight corruption?
Hey, God Almighty. You mean after what he did in Lagos?
What did he do in Lagos?
And his antecedents?
What did he do
as
in Lagos?
A person?
Was he corrupt? Was he a corrupt governor in Lagos?
Have you read the history of Alpha Beta? Or you don't know? Abi? You want to fight corruption? People will just open your cupboard and the skeletons there that have grown a white beards will start crawling out. I mean skeleton crawling with on all fours. Some have gotten gray hair inside that cupboard. By the time they open it and all of them start crawling, you will even run. Is that what you want him to do? The moment he starts that, he will be drawing attention to himself.
Parisa, do you believe that you cannot completely blame Buhari for how his administration was run, just being the fact that he had other persons who he left to handle certain things and they didn't handle things properly, and certain decisions were made without him knowing about it?
Buhari liked to act through proxies. In all the things he wanted to do, he will pretend he's not aware and send his proxies to go and do it.
He will pretend. Most times he came out to say he didn't know.
Yes, it's pretense. It's not as if he didn't know. When he was pursuing a Fulani agenda, was that a case of he didn't know? Was it not the core of his administration? Fulani agenda. Didn't Buhari pursue it with all vigor? I've given you examples here. Was that a mistake too? No, tell me, was that a mistake? So that was what he came to do. But unfortunately, Nigerians resisted him and his Fulani brothers. They resisted. That's why he said that even his cow are more loyal than Nigerians. If you did well, we'll obey you and follow you.
But he apologized.
Apology is not enough. Let all those people that died, let him go and revive them and bring them back to life.
The wife even said so. She said that in a very moving revelation, Aisha Buhari, wife of late former President Muhammadu Buhari, has shared her husband's final wish, a public request for forgiveness from Nigerians. According to Aisha, Buhari repeatedly asked her to convey his message if he passed before her. He always reminded me he was only human, capable of both good and mistakes. So Aisha tearfully appealed, and I want to read out what she said. I'm here today begging all Nigerians to please forgive him before he is finally laid to rest. His words have stirred emotions across the country, and there were several reactions from Nigerians concerning what she said about him.
Esther, God who said, no matter how sinful you are, as long as you repent and come back to me, he will forgive you, just like the prodigal son. There is no repentance after death, I hope you know.
Well, if he asked for repentance before death.
But the whole truth was not told. Is it not when you tell us? The prodigal son came back to his father and said, Father, I am sorry for what I did. In fact, I'm not worthy to be your son. Just let me be one of your servants and be eating dogs. The father said, no. So as long as you are better, come, you are my son. Did you see such a thing from Buhari? At least he would have repented fully and let the whole story be told. Let the whole story be told. That's what we are saying here. All the money he mismanaged, where did he take it? What was he fund? What was he using that money to fund? Right. Like what happened at CBN. We need to know the truth. That's the only way we can say, okay, your sins are forgiven.
Do you think, Barrister Darlington, that Peter Obi is in trouble with this development?
Of course. Of course. I predicted it now. Of course. Because at this point now, with the exit of Buhari, the North wouldn't want to remain like a lonely child now. They would want to regain power. And since Atiku is already champion, they will rally around him without being told. They will rally around him. They wouldn't want the North to be empty at this stage. They wouldn't want it. I said it before. But people do not understand how politics work here. I predicted it, and it's going to happen. Atiku may not back down. With the exit of Buhari, the North would want another figure that will represent them politically.
And you think Atiku is a figure?
Yeah, of course.
Not a Kwankwaso?
No, it can't be. What is the political value of Kwankwaso apart from Kano? Apart from Kano, in the whole of the Northeast, Atiku is the biggest industrialist. The whole of Northeast. Atiku have businesses that people are working there. You mean you discountenance such a man? For what? Babangida said that they need a strong voice to represent northern interests. And who is that voice now in the north? As of today, who is that voice? Tell me, who is that person? You can see. Already, no, there is no such voice in APC. That place is already on lockdown for Tinubu. The only party that they are trying to groom, this ADC, you want them to equally lose out there. That means you people are not serious. They cannot. If they were foot dragging before, with what has happened today, they will now go and say, look, we need to regain our strength. They will come together. You won't even know when they will take decision and start working on it. There's no way the North would want to play a second fiddle now with the exit of Buhari. It can never happen. I predicted it before it happened. So I don't see how it will happen now. That's why I was telling P2B, instead of you to miss your animal, why not call the tail?
Wait, you said instead of you to miss your animal. What animal?
It's a proverb. When your animal is about
to miss your animal, why not call the tail?
Well, it's a proverb in Igbo land. So that when you get home, you told your kinsman, look at least I got the tail. Is that not better than you went to the bush after spending the whole night and you came back with nothing? They will ask you, you mean there's no game in the other man that caught all this game? Is it not the same bush he entered? No. How will you explain it? Tell me, how will you explain it? That at the end of the day, with what is going on now, P2B will lose out.
So you still stand by him?
I don't. In fact, events. They say the facts speaks for itself. Events have told him what to do. Events have. I keep saying it. I'm only suggesting to him. I'm only suggesting to him until these ADC primaries are conducted. If they are conducted, it will now show the way for P2B or Atiku.
ADC primaries will not be conducted now.
Is that?
The primaries will not be conducted now.
You didn't hear me. I said until it's conducted. I want to prepare his mind, and I want him to prepare his mind. This idea that if they didn't give me ticket in ADC, I will go out. I will
go out by what time?
That's what I'm trying to let him know. That's what I'm trying to let him. So he should prepare his mind on where he's going. Make up your mind that look, let me work with this man, so that the battle will get to me.
The battle will get to, and you're very sure that Atiku would do 4 years and then allow Peter Obi to do it when it's supposed to be the time of the North.
Why? Hold on. Why would he renege?
Are you sure? Hold on, why would he?
Hold on. Esther, if this North and South can even scatter with an Atiku, I would like it. I'm not joking. If this North and South nonsense can scatter under Atiku, I would like it, so that the field will now become open for everybody. And let me see anybody that will drag it with Obi when Atiku step down, whether he's doing 4 years old or whether he's doing 8 years old. Let me see that person that will drag it with P2B in the South here. By that time, he would have gathered more experience, more fund, more crowd.
All right. Hundreds of supporters of the PDP, APC, New Nigeria People's Party in Katsina on Sunday officially defected to the ADC. The move was led by Mustafa Inua, who heads a coalition in the state. Membership cards were distributed to the defectors, who included men and women from all 34 local government areas of Katsina State. Their defection was announced during the official launch of the party's Katsina State chapter of the party. Speaking at the event, which was held at the Continental Event Center in Katsina, the state representative of the National Political Coalition Group, Lawal Batagarawa, lamented the alarming increase in insecurity, poverty, inflation, and the declining value of the naira. So again, don't you think that the ADC is an Atiku agenda, and any other person in that party may just be a follower?
Esther, have you confirmed what I've been saying? All these people that came, who mobilized them? Who are they working for? Who did they come into that party for his sake? No, you can see what I was saying, that people do want to listen. I have told people, you stoop to conquer. You don't have that strong platform as at today, because the Labour Party that you've even made.
But Barrister, are you campaigning for Atiku? Has it given you dollars? Or has it dollarized you?
You are even the one campaigning for him.
Me?
You are the one that is telling me now that I didn't even know that you people have already made up your mind for Atiku.
Barrister, a couple of people feel that Buhari was keeping the sanity in the North. A lot of persons felt like
that Buhari was what?
Keeping the sanity. You know, he had a following. People loved him organically.
No.
And he was a person who was not really interested in being a people pleaser. He was someone who just liked to mind his business, opposed the tenets of humility. Do you see this as a great loss to a large section of Nigerians?
Yeah. It's a loss to his fanatical followers. It was a loss for him. And that is why they say man propose, God dispose.
Well, why were some people celebrating? In the north, we saw some of the teenagers celebrating in the streets. We also saw some Southwesterners celebrating and, laughing and all of it about his passing on. So, I mean...
Those teenagers cannot be Fulanis.
Okay.
They are probably Hausas and Northern Christians. That is for sure. They cannot be Fulani because he stood for the Fulanis all through his life. Remember when he was the Fulanis were dealt with in the southwest here, when a certain governor was the governor in the southwest, Lama Deshina. Buhari had to come all the way to threaten the man. He even said it that time that look, if he becomes whatever, he will Islamize this country. He said it on that particular forum. So, from the inception, Buhari has always stood for the Fulanis. And that is why I was telling him, I said, come, Mr. Buhari, you have the opportunity to rehabilitate your Fulani stock. Instead of them becoming marauders all over the place, give them a home. There are vast land in the north that you can take over.
Barrister Darlington,
and
if
settle
you
the
feel
Fulani.
that this country needs to be rid of corruption and you need ebullient persons of integrity there, would you suggest any of those crop of politicians who are vying for the presidential ticket? No judgment, because again, you should know something. Some section of the north has awoken. They're no longer being used as they used to be used before. A couple of them are now very much politically enlightened
of course.
and can make their own individual decisions. So no political elite, no religious leader can hoodwink them like they used to anymore. It's only the underage that they can utilize for elections, who literally have been impoverished, that they can give 100 or 200 naira to do the bidding of anything they tell them to do. But there is a sense of awareness amongst the northerners now. So that's why I'm asking you, do you think that just because Atiku is in the race, that he'll be able to attract these individuals?
It's already happening. Not just because, it's already happening. Because, like I told you, in APC now, if they can remove their son, who was the chairman of APC, in the manner they did, and without anybody.
Are you talking of Ganduje?
Ganduje, yes.
There is a reason behind it all. You saw they compensated him now. There's a very strong reason behind it. There are negotiations ongoing right now.
Look, being the chairman of APC is far greater than that board chairman he took up at.
Trust me, Barrister Darlington, there is a very strong reason for that. You have no idea what's happening.
Look, I have an idea, but I'm telling you, in type of influence, Ganduje would have been more influential in being the chairman of APC.
With what happened when the Northeasterners decided to converge, and you saw that how they literally almost kicked him off the stage. You didn't see that?
You didn't hear what I'm saying? I said even with what happened, Ganduje would have been more popular and more useful to APC being their chairman than this place they went to go and talk him. And what was the reason? You and I know very well. At a point, Ganduje started losing faith with Tinubu. They even told him they would take an ambassadorial position so that he would be out of the radar. But he refused. So, now that he's in the board chairman of aviation ministry, what do you think he's going to do there, sir? Will he be campaigning and doing what the chairman of a party is supposed to be doing? Remember, he was the one that was talking about capturing all the states for APC. And he succeeded in 2 of the elections that was carried out, Ondo and Edo. Is that not what happened? Is that not influence? Do you know how many people that will come to him for one favor or the other?
So, Barrister, Adeleke don't join APC like this.
Is it?
Governor Adeleke don't enter APC like this.
Adeleke. Look, I said let them continue. Esther, they will jump out. It's a matter of time.
You sure?
When Tinubu finish his term and leave, you will see how APC will collapse like a pack of cards. Because as of today, nobody is being groomed to take over from Tinubu.
You can't say he doesn't let it out.
Hold on, we can see it now.
You can. How can you see? You don't know.
Hold on.
Okay, Barrister, did you know that he was going to bring in Sanwo-Olu? Did you know he was going to pick a what's his name? Fashola?
I have told you the person of Tinubu. He doesn't want competition. From Lagos here, Tinubu didn't want anybody to share the glory with him. That is his antecedent. As of today, I ask you, who is that person that is jostling to compete with him during the primaries in APC? If I thought there be any primary, who is that person? Nobody. So that is his character. Until he leaves the stage, nobody will show up. Nobody will raise his head.
How can you be grooming somebody and the person will compete against you? The plan is not for the person to be on the same pari passu with you. The plan is for the person to take over when you're no longer there.
Hold on. Then he is not a leader. Esther, he is not a leader. Even God himself, he structured it in such a way that he will always have a leader to appoint at every point in time.
President, I'm not going to agree with you on this one. You cannot tell. If you cannot say, because he knows he's old, he's not going to live forever, and you don't expect all his legacy and political sagacity to go down the drain.
Okay,
he's obviously grooming somebody.
I said, okay, look at Buhari now. Who is there and after him? Who is there? Esther, who is there after Buhari now? Tell me. That person. I just ask you a question now. Who is there and after Buhari? Nobody. I said nobody. And that's a fact. The same thing Tinubu is doing. In APC today, who had that ultimate decision to make concerning anything in APC? Is it not Tinubu? Mm-hmm. Have you seen anybody that you can say, okay, this person is the second in command? Somebody you can see, he's always with this man. Oh. Even his second in command, don't you see how he want to chuck him out of the system now?
Who is the second in command?
I mean, Shetima.
How do you know he wants to choke him out of the system?
You've
just been hearing speculations. The presidency has come to tell you that they are in good terms and they are good and working together. You are the only one speculating that he wants to do away with him.
Me speculating. Are you serious? I'm the one, Abi. All the signs that on the are there for you to read. You are not reading them.
But Abi. They have not come out to say otherwise.
Yes, wait for them to come and tell you. Esther, wait for them to come and tell that they are. When they remove a guy, did they tell you that they don't like him? We're here. Is it not because they want to get Tikano and they want to get Kwakwanso? You can see he can sacrifice you at any time.
That's true. ADC and APC are romancing Kwakwanso.
All of them have entered into ADC now. I hope you know. In that Kano, are you aware? There are people. All of them have. They have packed their this and enter ADC.
Well, you can't tell now.
I can't tell.
Now, yeah, what I mean you can't tell is you can't tell with all these persons joining because the passing on of Buhari is now no holds barred. The political landscape, there's going to be a major shift. You know, sometimes like this, you can't predict these things when we're making certain statements or permutations. But let's see how that will go. The only big question is where does this place a Peter Obi, who is the bride of the day?
As long as APC is a one-man show, it will scatter. That is the truth. As long as APC is a one-man show, from Lagos to Abuja, forget it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't need to be told what will happen.
Let's hear from you. 08036929933. That's the number to call. 08036929933. Hello, good evening. How are you? Good evening. What's your name, please?
Hello.
Your name is? Hello. What's your name?
Yes, go ahead.
Well
done.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What I want to say about
are you far from your phone?
Yeah, come closer.
Come closer to your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to say, first of all, I want to say about Buhari's death. There is so rest in peace.
Amen.
Nobody was expecting this, and nobody knew that he was going to leave the world so soon. Like a Palestine said, nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever means nobody lives forever. So, concerning P2B, I want to say something. You know, they say that when you push for a particular party, you can't change it. Is it not true? Hello?
Yeah,
go ahead. We're listening to you, please.
And so when you vote for a particular party, you can't change it. So the only way people will contest in 2027 election, either he join ADC or he join PDP. But right now he cannot join PDP because article is already in PDP. So why all of them are trying to chase him away is because it's not they want him to do what they want him to do. So when he do whatever you want him to do, then to do what he wants. So I think that's the problem. But for me, I've not voted before. I've not voted and I've never voted. I've not voted. So in this election, I will start myself and know who's vote for.
All right. Thank you for calling.
I want B2B should try as much as possible.
All right. Thank you. Hello. Good evening.
Hi, yes, sir.
Hi, Remy. What's up?
I'm fine.
Well done.
Yes. Good evening. Very good.
Good evening, Remy. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
I hope you voted.
Remy, don't be calling on WhatsApp.
Every time.
It's WhatsApp, so the calls interrupts. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Welcome. How are you?
Yeah, fine, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, no.
Yeah, this is Stanley Hanacho from Ikeja.
All right, Stanley, please go ahead.
Yeah. Talking about OP and this coalition. I mean, myself, I'm afraid of this coalition because we don't know where they are going yet. I've listened to Barrister several times on this platform. He keeps on saying the same thing. That Obi should take as number 2 to Atiku for him to run. Then after Atiku, he can go. It will be very easy for him. And that thing is that's the sense I see on it. So Barrister is making sense. But for now, we don't know the mindset of Obi, whether he wants to, if he don't get the ticket from ADC, whether he will go to another political party. And who knows, by the time ADC will do their own primary, who knows whether it will be late for him to join another political party, which is likely. So that what happened in 2023 will not repeat itself because it's lack of preparation that made him to lose that 2023. So in the case of Buhari, I don't see anything that we are talking about that man. Me, I'm not praying that man should rest in peace. Because his atrocities concerning even the youth of this country overwhelming too much. I don't pray for him to rest in peace. Thank you, my dear. You are doing a good job.
All right, thank you for calling.
You are even praying for him because the dead they don't even rest. Because when people die, they continue their journey. They've been working hard over there.
Hello, Choma. Good evening.
My name is Esther Machikusa. If you've been listening to the show or the conversation, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I am fine. Welcome. What's your name?
Paul from Egbeda.
All right, Paul from Egbeda, please go ahead.
Yeah, I want to ask Barrister Darlington, how about if the North decide with Atiku to support P2B and tell Atiku not to go?
How about?
Is it a wrong thing?
You are talking of northern power hegemony.
Yeah, because things can change. Things can change because if you look at the launching of the book written by IBB, I think it's strategic to reconcile and to bring back the Southeast to the mainstream of Nigerian politics and every other thing. If you see what the North have been doing recently towards the Southeast, you will see that there is an agenda. That is the way I'm seeing it.
Let them do their primaries in ADC. Where Peter Obi is eyeing, then let's see what happened. Abi,
how about if they resolve to have a consensus candidate?
They're fine, better. I've been saying that unless they not to agree to support Obi, that is the only way this permutation will work. But if Obi is insisting that he must carry on his own, they may say, okay, go ahead.
I agree with you. I agree with you, but let us not close the door for negotiation and agreement.
It's not for me. It's like Obi. I have told you here that Obasanjo had to kneel down for Atiku to allow him to go for second term.
That is correct.
Why can't Obi?
Barrister Darlington,
yes.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
do you think that the political elite of the North want Atiku to be president?
Why not? Why not? Instead of them
so why did they not support him in the previous elections?
Because things have changed now. That's
it. What has changed,
the APC they supported, Tinubu have dealt with them. They don't even have a say in APC. The people from the North, the big names in the North who work with Tinubu, they have resigned. Is that not enough to tell you that something is in the offing here?
Yeah, something. I agree with you.
Good. So,
but another danger I'm seeing is that the departure of President Buhari is going to create a political vacuum, and it's going to be a big crisis for APC in the coming days.
That is after Buhari, not now. I mean, after Tinubu, not now, because Tinubu want to cash in on it. That is why I tell you that the North are going to realign to make sure they secure their region.
He will not be able to cash in because El-Rufai is stepping in to take the position of Buhari as far as CPC is concerned and the northern political elite is concerned.
Not from SDP.
All right, thank
you for calling. Not from SDP. It may not be possible.
080-3692-9933.
We are talking of a big name here.
3692-9933. The thing is, ladies and gentlemen, please, nobody should weaponize the death of Muhammadu Buhari. Some certain persons have politicized the death of former President Muhammadu Buhari. Some certain persons celebrated. It was on social media. Some persons in the north, some persons in the southwest, and somehow they are dragging other ethnic groups into this entire shenanigan and using it to put heads together. You be careful how you stoke the polity because you want your candidate to be seen as the better option, and you put in certain influencers to influence their people against certain persons just because you want to drive home an agenda. A couple of cross-section of Nigerians were exhibiting certain mannerisms of the exits of Muhammadu Buhari, and some persons were not happy with that. So why make it seem like it is a particular ethnic group that did that? And you're selling an idea and an agenda. What are you stoking? Please, let's be very careful. This country is for everybody and not for any certain individual. Just because you want your candidate to remain in power, you're creating and stoking the polity. It's dangerous and it's wrong.
Esther, unfortunately, when I was saying this thing before now, more people will say I am biased. Is that not what they tell me here? But I saw it before now. That is their stock in trade. That's how they behave. Propaganda is their middle name.
No, but
they will commit a crime and put it on your head, Esther. They know they did this, but they will not agree. They will find a way to, manipulate it and say you are the one that did it.
It doesn't make sense.
It makes sense.
And now
it
you're
makes
galvanizing support and creating
makes
hate,
sense.
and it's not necessary.
It's
not necessary. It's completely wrong. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you? What's your name?
Yeah, this is Kenneth coming from Fedcard.
All right, Mr. Kenneth.
Good evening, my brother.
Yeah, Esther, please, the president has made everything open for us. They only want to make Mr. Pico a bastard, in the sense that they don't want him to have any party again. So, and this man has been listening, I don't know the implication. If people do the chances of being the vice article, we don't know what next that we do. So it's better now that we will just accept that. Because we can't do this thing. Just remember, just like our former president, Goodluck Jonathan, he said that nobody's ambition was turn of blood. This will also say the same thing. We tell not to go to retreat and fight. We say, no. Nigerian chief is not a chief of, you have a short mind. So when you have the heart like Atiku, they are the people that can handle this. So please, let us just and let us just at least accept it to be under people. That is it. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you for calling.
Let them.
All right. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good evening. What's your name, please?
Just speaking from Denmark.
Hello?
Yeah,
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
What's your name, please?
He said,
okay.
Hello?
We said what?
What's your name, sir? Good evening.
My name is Ograyo.
All right, welcome.
Calling
Please
from Denmark.
ahead.
Yeah. Now go to the Denmark, Hello?
Everything is well. That is where we are living in a place where there is constitution. Listen, there is something I want to tell you.
Okay, go ahead.
You are a lawyer. You are into justice, and some of us are into investigation, like security team. As a lawyer, you need to make some investigation.
Okay.
You need to make some investigation for you to stand capitalize speaking about Atiku. Because why am I saying like this? The history of imposter in Nigeria is in our own time, and it's from 2017 to 2023. So who was the real president who controlled the election of 2019? Can't you know that Atiku win that 2019 election? But because of then Nnamdi Kanu was in support of let PDP goes. That's why they ruled that election out. Let me give you my own analysis. If you like, you bet money from me. You bet money with me from today. After 2027, you will give me that my money.
Okay.
Because why am I telling you this? As far as the history of imposter was 6 years, Turumbu have 6 years chance to rule. If your people are making this, if you are making this analysis in this way, nobody can stop it. You see, this ADC cannot remove Turumbu not to be in the seat for the next 6 years of history of imposter. Because that imposter has been going on for a very long time. And at the end of the day, they have come out truly today. So you think that is right? Let me tell you again. The power you think that Fulani has then is already lost since 2017. Atiku, in the history of Nigeria, no matter anything he tried to do, he can never be the president of Nigeria. Go and make the history of Atiku. Then you will stop speaking so much about Atiku.
No.
It's better Obi just go in than to be in vice. You have tried it before. You cannot fail first time and fail second time. That is, it means that the person don't have even common reasoning to think twice. A wise man cannot fail 2 times. So if there is no, and the one thing you have to know again, the people who make the election works are the security officers. If the security personnel are not volunteer for the election to be consulted amicably, there is nothing you can do. You see that the ADC, mark my word today, Atiku will fail woefully if they just make him as the president of ADC. Okay. Mark my word, and I will come back later. Now, if you like, you can bet money with me at the end of the day.
No. You see, when things are not done normal, we don't celebrate it as the normal. Get it right. I told you the history of Atiku. It was his...
Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. What's your name?
Hello, Esther. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Fine. Happy New Week.
Same to you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother.
Nama, this one is calling from Ojalaba.
Okay.
See, that coalition, you are not talking about Mr. President. I want to talk about coalition. That coalition is supposed to, if the people, they just pay the ADC. They organize themselves well. But if you know, say this our former president waiting now, he's supposed to rule to 2030. So that 4 years will remain. Let him give an OB so that these people go organize. So come on this hand for this man. If they don't organize themselves, or if they go different way, is opportunity to rule again. But when they discuss this thing, gather vote for North, gather vote for Southeast, I swear, people, it's nothing for this president can do. But when they don't organize themselves, they begin to find a way for this one go run away. May Mr. Atiku remember 2023. See what thing happen. Because of selfish desire, he made that thing that is a lost by election. I don't know why people, how many times something will do for you. He's supposed to learn something. Even though say this young man ruled 4 years, this thing I think will take over. Why they not over to lead themselves well? Let them build the foundation well. Thank you, my dear sister Beg. Then I go have a nice day. Mr. Peter.
All right, yeah.
If Atiku did not surrender to Obasanjo, when he had it on a platter of gold, will he suffer all this suffering?
Hello?
Hello.
Will he?
I've told you when you call, turn down the volume of your radio, please. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello?
Hello?
Good evening. What's your name?
Okangbelina.
Okangbelina, please speak louder. Where are you calling us from?
From Mafuluku.
All right, Okangbelina, please go ahead.
My barrister,
Well done.
I greet you.
Yes, so Okangbelina, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Have they done your road?
Sir?
Have they done your road, though?
The road is as bad as it has been. And they are calling Lagos a mega city. Mega city with no
Okangbelina,
road.
please focus on what you wanted to say.
Eba-
Sorry.
Eba, he
Let
can-
me answer my barrister now.
No, let's not do that,
Rela-
please.
rela-
I beg.
relocate
Please.
to Ikoyi.
Please, Esther.
They will do your road.
Esther,
Hello, sir. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
please. Those who are trying to say that the North should ask Atiku to withdraw to support, those people should think very well. What do you mean the North will now go and tell Atiku to withdraw and support it? How would they even start doing that one? People should think very well. These people want to grab power just like every other person. That's the thing. And then, Esther, like people were analyzing that time that they said election will not be like 2023 when they lost Lagos.
Yeah.
They will restrict people and all kinds of things that they will do.
They've actually said it on their social media. If you know you're not coming out to vote for APC, stay in your house otherwise. Or,
Exactly.
like what happened in the local government election, they may not bring
They did
materials
that in
to certain local
2023.
governments.
Now, have you ever seen APC filling station? The hunger is biting them more than myself. All of them. Those who did that thing, I'm seeing them all over this place. Next time they'll come and be begging somebody money. So anybody that will do that thing, is he living in mass? Is he living in outside this world? You will do that thing and still come and suffer. You know that the second term of this man will be worse than even the first term.
You can't say his second
No,
term
let
will
me
be
tell
worse.
you, that is what Obama said. That most presidents perform worse in their second term.
The president said his policies are long term. So maybe by second term,
my sister, long term. Long term when you don't die, finish.
You won't die.
Don't be telling me long term.
You won't die.
You came and rice is now 80,000 or 90,000. You're telling me long term. What kind of long term is that? And long term didn't affect themselves. If you want long term, so you should have bought jet for yourself. You should have been living this luxurious life. If you want us to believe in long term, you tell people to live long term and they are suffering and they are dying and you are enjoying with your family, with your friends. Oh, there you go. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. Barrister Peter Obi has told the ADC to zone the 2027 presidential ticket to the South. He said, why should we have a Northerner again when we can easily allow the South to complete their tenure to promote unity and cohesiveness? Afterwards, our Northern brothers can take up their 8 years. So these obviously clarifies that indeed the ADC actually intends to zone the presidential ticket to the north. And already with the passing of Buhari, some certain elements are drawing up sentiments and telling the leadership of the ADC not to cede or zone Peter Obi.
What did I say? And what is happening now? Look, Peter Obi should not make it a beggarly situation.
No, he's just trying to reiterate.
No. Look, I expect his political brickmanship to come out now.
All right. Hello, good evening.
I expect it to come out now.
Hello?
Hello, Esther, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, this is Remy.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I beg to differ with Barrister.
All right.
We Nigerians, we have this habit of looking for shortcuts to solve our problems. And until we realize that we must rise up and demand for what is ours, that is when we can make headway. Telling Obi to sacrifice himself on the cross of Calvary because Atiku, so that he can take power from Atiku. Should that be the main thing? If I were to be Obi, I won't even run again. If this is not tire us, we go enter street. Which one is Obi should if he's wise, he should take he should deputize Atiku. Obi doesn't need to be there to be vice president to live his life. We need to be more than Obi needs Nigerians. So making this massive, we are the one giving Obi advice. Obi do this. What are we going to do? We saw what happened in the last election. We saw how Jacobo by himself declared Tinubu to have won River State, of which Arab said otherwise. What did we do? So what are we going to do if that same thing plays out next election? We are advising Obi do this. Obi should come to our rescue. What are we going to do? Obi is not going to make any change. It is Nigerians that make. I've never heard in the history of this world that the elite sacrifice their lives for the poor. It is the poor that usually ask for freedom. So this Obi shouldn't do anything. Obi should see the hunger in Nigerians that the Nigerians want him. He has placed himself forward. I am here on Nigerians, so this is my CVO. That is all Obi needs to do, which he has done. If we need Obi, we will rise. Obi should do this. Obi shouldn't deputize anybody. If we are ready, we will demand for what is right. Good evening.
Good evening.
Now, Esther.
Yes, Barrister.
I have said it here. If Obi want to make impact in his political career, he must find a way to get into the system, to change the system. Obi can never change anything from outside. It can never happen.
And you think that's how it works?
If not, how else? Tell me.
Let me take some messages.
What can he do from outside? Tell me what?
Let me take some messages.
Is it not when you get power, then you use that power?
In case I am not picking your calls, please pardon me. I have to read out some messages, okay? All right. Good evening, Esther. On the issue of Peter Obi vying as a running mate to Atiku, Barrister Darlington is making a whole lot of sense. He's apparently vast in political calculations and permutations. If Obi runs as a flag bearer, Tinubu would definitely defeat him. I just hope Peter Obi does not play into the political trap of President Tinubu and APC. Alex Solomon from Anita is sharing Osun State. And you don't think that if Atiku runs, that Tinubu would actually beat him or win over him again? Good morning. Okay, this is evening. Good evening. Please, we need step down session to cool off our heads in this country. Try to start it even if it is once a week. Thanks. Kenechiku from First Stack. Okay, Kenechiku, send me a message. Let's pick a day for. I understand. I feel you. I feel you. I know how. Yeah, I feel him.
Even when
Nigeria wahala is too much.
Oh God, wait, if something happened the day you choose your so-called, like yesterday, now we are supposed to do a program that altered everything. So what kind of as long as the news comes out, go and ask CNN not to report it.
Good evening, Esther and Barrister Darlington. Please, what's the name of the so-called clinic in London where the script written by APC and government came to an end? I need to know because I have someone over there I can send to verify this propaganda. Peter, don't worry. Tomorrow you see the late president.
Even for him not to come back today, they
said no. The papers, the repatriation papers.
Hold on. Which what are you talking about?
Repatriation papers for his remains to be brought back. There are some documents that they have to sign and all whatnot. Really? By 12 noon tomorrow, you will see him. Let's not sugarcoat anything.
But you mean he died?
Buhari's regime was a gross disaster. I'm not going to go in that line of thought. If you don't have any evidence to prove otherwise. We all knew where we were before he came on in 2015. That same thing Tinubu has carried on as he promised. Higher insecurity, higher cost of living, more borrowings without commensurate results, lopsided appointments, unbearable exchange rates, no trust in INEC, harsh commentaries like youth are lazy, Igbos are dots in a circle, asking Benue Lee with killer headsmen as their brothers, corruption working on both legs and hands. For example, NNPC, it was a terrible 8 years were passed under Buhari. It's a lesson for the living rulers to think again so that people will not jubilate when they die, but mourn and remember their legacies. Good evening, Esther Wachuku and Barrister Darlington. Does it mean that Buhari is only popular in Nigeria because no other head of state has sent condolence visits to Nigeria or his family? I heard the UK government has done so. Good evening, Esther and Mr. Darlington. Obedience are criticizing Buhari for his death, claiming he was a bad leader responsible for the death of NSAS victims and the detention of Nnamdi Kanu. Yet those same obedient followers are now celebrating Buhari, Chief Justice Malami, who was in charge of the case, and other people that worked with him. Isn't that hypocrisy? Tunde from Ijegu. Today, what you're saying is what is opposite from what I'm seeing.
In fact.
So some northerners and some southwesterners are saying there is Igbos that are celebrating the demise of late Muhammadu Buhari when the opposite is the case. So I don't know where this is coming from. Barrister Darlington should beg Atiku to support Peter Obi for president and El Rufai or Baba Ahmed for vice president. Good evening, VOP. It is clear that Buhari did harm to this country from judiciary insecurity and lots, although the present government seems worse compared to Buhari's government. Ralph from Satellite Town. Good evening, Esther and Barrister Darlington. Esther, it's not shocking news to me concerning the death of late Buhari, because we all know that one day the call of death will surely come. The age is no longer there for him. My worry is that the president quickly declares 7 days mourning for one of their own, while innocent Nigerians are being killed on a daily basis without a day mourning. It's quite unfortunate. Esther, I want to ask you and Darlington if there is anything like INEC, judiciary, and police beyond to bribe. So at least Buhari left the trillions and billions of dollars and left. Or what a award the masses are celebrating because one of their tormentors is gone and gone forever. Well, go and meet your creator and tell him how you are conducting mass burial in Nigeria as a sitting president. Wike and Aburi, please, the game is over. Mayor from Ikoto. Well, Mayor actually made sense here. 7 days mourning, but 200 Benue residents who were more than that who were killed. We didn't have that kind of reaction from the government of the day. Greetings to you all. I beg, the volume of our audio is too low. The engineer should do justice to the audio. Thanks. Says it from Ugudu area. What's going on? Okay, I hope they're listening. Tinubu can run for Ganduje Amubi from 7 and 8. Esther, I expect you to know the governors in the Southeast have no power to determine who wins presidential election in their respective states. John from Ijaniki. Good evening, Esther. Babangida at the time described Buhari's regime as 80 years of uselessness. Buhari only succeeded in making Nigeria a hell for workers and pensioners. It was in his administration that the poor masses started to experience high cost of rice and other essential commodities. This has made many people in the north and south to rejoice over his death. To me, Tinubu declared public holiday for Buhari in order to please the northerners. Otherwise, he is not worth it. Lawrence from Ikotu. Good evening, Esther and Barrister Darlington. Esther, your permutation is more than the politicians who are the pliers. Please stop with the permutations. Let us pray that we'll be alive come 2027. The election is between the Nigerians and APC government and Tinubu. Chikezie from Agor Palace Way. Buhari's death is unacceptable. How many times will he even die? And which of the Buhari actually died now? After empowering headsmen with guns and heavy war equipment? If this evil man won't die before destroying the country when in power, then they should never die. Ororo from Ayobo. Esther, it's propaganda morale. Tinubu came to power through intimidation, propaganda, various different kinds of lies, fake bishops, refineries, lies. Is this the kind of person someone should emulate? God forbid. It's a pity that will promote this kind of system in our society. MKO, the living one from Satellite Town, Lagos, Nigeria. Good evening, S. and Barrister Darlington. Even if Buhari did not survive Tinubu's regime. No, good evening, S. and Barrister Darlington. Even Buhari did not survive Tinubu's regime. Gloria from T.A. Lagbaja Barak. How about Gloria? Now, Tinubu, hey, God. It's not hunger that's happened to him. Oh. He was ill, okay? Good evening, S. and Barrister Darlington. If ADC refuses to give Peter Obi the ticket, let him stay away from being the vice and throw his support behind the winner. We have plenty of power-hungry politicians that want to be at the corridor of power, and no former vice president can be allowed to be the president. Atiku can become the president. His northern brothers will betray him. From Chief Udo. Good evening, Esther and Darlington. It will be a shock. The only reason Mr. Darlington is mentioning Atiku is because of Obi wave, which Atiku is missing. I laugh. Please tell him that Obi did well in 2023 election and will do better with or without him. And Atiku is Nira from Ijasha. Today, speaking ill of our former President Buhari, let's remember that judgment is not ours to make. Okay. All right. If the majority aren't having pleasant comments for the late Buhari, I can't begin to imagine what will be said of Alex's schoolmate when he exits tomorrow. Authentic Mike typing. You guys. Good evening, Esther. Right now, there is no Igbo person that is chairman or vice or councillor in Lagos, and celebrating Buhari's death doesn't mean that an Igbo man will never be president of this country. Chukadu from Bagada. Barrister Darlington, can you call Obi and Atiku and give them this your new advice? Onye Kachiwachuku from Ajao Estates. When Barrister Darlington, pick up phone, start dialing.
Call them for me.
Me, more.
Are you not their secretary?
Nigerians were sad that Yarodua died. Today, same Nigerians all over the world are happy that Buhari died. Both are from the same northern region. Okechukwu from First Stack. Okay. What manner of president? His legacy is not worth emulating. Perhaps certain evil intentions and mastermind of ethnic cleansing and near case of genocide, including mass killings and shedding of innocent blood in parts of our country, which included Benue, Plateau, Southeast, and the West. He was a symbol of ethnic division, a president of inordinate ambition, vulgar in character, a waster of public funds and national resources. I just didn't like the way and manner of his leadership. A president that died several times and finally died this time. His administration was a tragedy of evil force in power. Buhari from me, Prince from Ocho Alaba, Lagos. I don't need to call, but if you feel you can't take this advice from me, you are not doing any good. You can see the kind of... Inkem is angry that Barrister Darlington is here. Okay.
He's angry that I'm here.
That you're not supposed to speak about Muhammadu Buhari like that,
What
considering
did I
the
say?
radio station I'm coming
What
from.
did I say?
Yeah, that's what he said. In fact,
No, what did I say about him? That is not true.
This is Inkem. Okay, so this is what he says. I don't need to call, but if you feel you can't take this advice from me, you are not doing your radio station good. You came from a well-respected radio station. You can't say the kind of character that you brought to your station from Inkem.
What did I? What kind of thought?
He said I shouldn't have invited you.
What did I say? What is that? Let him say it, that I will know. Is there anything we said that Buhari is not true? Please answer me.
Good evening,
these
Esther.
are the things I don't understand.
This is JM from Lagos. Good evening, Esther. See, Darlington, with all his analysis, the North has just finished their 8 years term. It is not their turn until it goes round to West, East, South. Okay, Barrister Darlington, Peter Obi is practicing an inspirationally driven leadership politics. He's not there to fester his ego, but to make things right according to his understanding of what's for all. He has once deputized to Atiku to nobody's particular benefits, while Atiku is running for 6th time just to fester his ego and embellish his credentials. Just like the other cousins, Muhammadu Buhari has no serious agenda. Okay, Ifede. All right,
Esther,
okay.
are you aware that Atiku was supposed to be governor in Borno, but Obasanjo went to call him to come and join him without any hazards? He was picked. Is that not true? The same thing happened to Jonathan in Bayelsa. Why is it that... Anyway, I don't want to say much.
Good evening, House. Please
ahead.
let Barrister Darlington leave this his prediction of Ubi working with Atiku to become his vice. Only God is the kingmaker. Man proposes, God disposes. UK. All right. Right now, I actually have Victor from Kudos right here. Victor, how are you?
I'm very fine, Esther.
Welcome.
Good evening, Nigeria. Once again, we are mourning the death of our president. And at the same time, we are also telling everyone out there that the only thing that you need right now that can stand the test of time, that can outlive you, is for you to own a property investment. So if you're out there and you've been thinking, you've been saving money, thinking of how you can own a property of your own, Kudos Home is making it very easy for everyone to become a land owner. So before I go on, let me just tell you all the different locations where we have our properties. So here in Lagos, we have in Agbowa, Ikorodu. So we have in Ikorodu, that's Agbowa, Ikorodu. And the name of the estate is Kudos City. So Kudos City is currently selling for 1.5 million naira per plot. 1.5 million naira per plot. That's the price for Kudos City. Also, we have in Omuketu Ekpe. And the name of our estate in Omuketu Ekpe is called Kudos Heritage. So Kudos Heritage is currently selling for 2.5 million naira per plot, but we are running our independent promo. So with we are running our instant allocation promo. So with our instant allocation promo, instead of paying 2.5, you can own a plot of land in Kudos Heritage with just 1.5 million naira per plot. So with 1.5 million naira, you own a plot of land in Kudos Heritage, Omuketu Ekpe. And we also have Kudos Heights in Omuketu Ekpe, and Kudos Heights is currently selling for 4.5 million naira. So if you are out there thinking on how you can own a property, now we have made it easy because you can go with our instrumental plan option. So with as low as 500,000 or 300, you can deposit and spread out the remaining payment for 3 months. So that will be easy for you to own your own plot of land. Now let me quickly call our phone number. The number to call is 0905 904 7514. 0905 904 7514. Now in Delta State, we have so many estates as well. We have the Fairview Estate Phase 2, which is located in Ibuzo main town. Now Fairview Estate Phase 2 is currently selling for 2.5 million naira per plot. So with 2.5 million naira, you get a plot of land in Fairview Estate Phase 2, Ibuzo. And we also have Kudos Heights, which is also located along St. Thomas College Road in Ibuzo. And Kudos Heights is selling for 1.5 million naira per plot. So with 1.5 million naira, you own a plot of land in Kudos Heights, Ibuzo, Delta State. And we also have Kudos Court. Kudos Court is also located in Ibuzo, and in Kudos Court is going for 4.5 million naira. Now the good thing is that this estate, they are buy and build estate. So if you need any of our property in Ibuzo, you can call us on 0905 904 7514 0905 904 7514. And all this estate that we have in Delta State, they are very close to the Asaba International Airport, and they are also close to the first and second Niger Bridge. So many development infrastructure are around this estate. Now we go for inspection every Thursdays and Saturdays here in Lagos. So we encourage people to come and see, so that when you see this property, you know the texture and you know how to go for verification. So you come and see our properties every Thursdays and Saturday. Our office address is at number 171 Egbeda Idimu Road, Abule Odu bus stop, Egbeda, Lagos. 171 Egbeda Idimu Road, Abule Odu bus stop, Egbeda, Lagos. We also go for inspection in Delta State every day, excluding on Sundays. You can catch us every day for inspection in Delta State, excluding on Sundays. Now the phone number again to call is 0905 904 7514 0905 904 7514. Don't forget, the only investment that can stand the test of time is a property investment. It is something that is transgenerational, and you need to own a plot of land with us in Kudos Homes Limited. Thank you.
All right, Victor, thank you so much for coming in and giving us that particular insight.
All right.
All right. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Yeah, good evening. How are you?
Fine.
Yeah. Okay, is that Esther?
Yes, sir. This is Esther Machiku. What's your name, sir?
Yeah, I'm Chris. I'm calling from Ago.
All right, Chris, please quickly go ahead. We're wrapping up.
Yes, please, as regards to the discussion with Barrister Darlington, personally, I cherish what he's saying, but he's demarcating P2B. To my understanding, that is not how to do analysis, with due respect. Okay. Election is 2 years away from now. So if he's doing a PR for article, he will come out and tell us. But the way it's showing, there are so many things. The permutations in politics are very complex, and nobody knows it all. You could see the impact will be made within a space of 6 months. And we are talking of 24 months away, and you are talking with emphasis. Obi doesn't have chance. Obi does. That's not. I don't cherish it so much. I think the Southeast people should be able to mind their approach to politics of Nigeria. And at times we think we know it all. You can see, you hardly see any other group that will be coming and demarket. What they are doing is demarketing. He's taking the same tone, with due respect, with Kenneth Okonkwo. You can't be talking with emphasis, there's no chance. No. Atiku might decide tomorrow to step down for Obi. It's not impossible. It does happen in politics. But talking with emphasis, Obi does not have a chance. Obi does not have. If you do a clear primary for ADC, I see, Obi will win. Today, we can bet that. So please let him moderate his tone. If he's doing PR for Atiku, he should come out and tell us. But that emphasis, Obi doesn't have chance. Obi doesn't have. It's not a fair commentary. Please, that is my position. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Esther, help me ask Nigerians. Don't worry, I'll give you your time to respond to your final take. Esther, help me ask Nigerians as they are Hitting on coalition and electoral reforms, are they talking about insecurity too? Kobokoman. Esther, Peter Obi was being careful and Odili's wife even threatened people that will protest after tribunal. Esther, Peter don't have any fault. Kobokoman. Esther, why didn't you charge your phone? Chineke na Kobokoman. Oh my God. Esther Obidate are never cowards, despite what Peter Odili's wife said before September 6, 2023. Judgment outcome. We are responsible and can bite. Esther, read SMS. Biko Buhari apologized 2 weeks before May 29, 2023, but we begged him from 2015 media gag and southern border closure, and he did not hear. Kobokoman. Kobokoman, I've read your message. I hope you're okay now. He wants to flog me. Nari Kobokoman. Okay. Let me look at another message here because we need to. Hey, this phone, no, biko. Hey, the phone is hanging. Ungwanu. Sorry, SMS. Okay, I think it has come back on now. Good evening, my dear S. Ambassador Allison. Please, nobody should make Buhari a topic because he destroyed Nigeria by introducing terrorist activities everywhere with his Fulani brothers. Okay, thanks, Wachuku from Oshodi. All right, Wachuku, well done for calling. All right, let me take some messages on YouTube. Darlington knows how the machine works. He's not talking from emotions. Iche is the Oko. Good evening. And okay, well, with Buhari no longer, I don't think the North is going to zone south. All right. Chingitim, Barrister Darlington, please stop this your advice for yourself. Obi is not looking for power to become rich. If you don't give him the ticket, he should come back home. Let Nigerians face their problem. Goody, Atiku and El-Rufai are in deficit of political capital. Fasade Kola Wale. Evening, guys. If I was Obi, I wouldn't even come out. If hunger almost kill all of us, we know what to do. If don't go after all these old man court leaders, Nigeria will never be better. Lazy citizens. Okay. All right. Kakun says, yes, many leaders across the world. All right. Jeff says, Atiku should rest and support Obi El-Rufai ticket. JP, I totally understand, Barrister. Nigerian politics is about logic and common sense, not sentiment and emotions. You have to be inside the system to change what's going on. I feel bad for him needing to team up with these people, though. Barrister Darlington is dead wrong. Peter Obi will defeat Tinubu and Atiku anytime, any day. Tobias Chinelo, did Oshibajo change anything after he left office? Collins Okay Boy says, Nnamdi Kanu, please forgive Nigerians for doubting you. Jibrin has finally gone back to South Sudan. You guys are not serious. Barrister Darlington, you don't want Tinubu to continue, but you're paving way for him to win the 2027 elections. Can't you see that presenting Atiku Abubakar will actually give him the clear ticket? That's from Obed Oji. Not from Afri Media. Barrister Darlington, right now does not seem anything wrong with Atiku, just like an Atiku campaign director. Barrister Darlington is derailing. Not from Afro Media. All right, Barrister, final take so we can wrap up.
Esther, did I say that Obi should not run here? I was advising him against these people who are telling him, don't, if they didn't give you ticket in ADP, come out. Come out. Is that not what I've been saying here? I said, don't do so. If there is a free and fair primary in ADC and you lose, and that people say, come, let's do this together, go with him. Is that not what I said here? They have forgotten that. I should sit down here and be talking with my mouth, Abi. Esther, they did the local government election on Saturday in Lagos State. Did anything happen in Okota there, where that man spoke from? Why didn't he protest? Esther, why did in Ajawa State here, out of 36 polling units, only 20 of them, there was no last year official. That means there was no vote there, but the result came out of there. Did you hear any protest from Ajawa State here? You mean there is no obedience in this area, Abi? You can see what I'm talking about. No, there is no obedience, no Labour Party people in this area that should protest. What happened to us? Our even name are not in the ballot box and all that. What happened? Did you hear any of them protest, Esther? Answer me. Let me say, I get angry with these people the way they listen. Mention what I told you here that have not come to pass. Okay, look at it again. This local government now that is causing the hoopla. When Tinubu came out and said he want local government authority, he want to give them financial authority, I was here, I said it cannot work. I criticized it. They said, you see, Esther, since 1 year ago that the Supreme Court came out with that judgment in favor of a local government financial autonomy, is any of them receiving their money? Over 4 trillion naira that belong to local government in Nigeria, their governors have pocketed it up to today. So what is the essence of all the noise about local government autonomy? Look, I didn't come here to please anybody. Be very careful, you people. Be very careful. When you run into trouble today, you forget what I said. You forget it. I said people that why didn't they protest about how they were cheated in that local government election?
Who are you warning?
No. Hold on. I want to say it now.
Hey, God.
This is the primary. This is the beginning of everything.
Barrister, Chiamare from Agbara is concurring with the. Chiamare from Agbara says, let Atiku support Peter Obi as Southern presidential candidacy, since Peter Obi has accepted one term. So, Barrister Darlington.
I didn't get them example with Obasanjo, who knelt down for Atiku to allow him to. He's the two-time president of Nigeria. Whatever he did with that one is bygone. You stoop to conquer.
Barrister Darlington. IYKL in Zion says God is not asleep. Don't give yourself.
Every time they don't come up and be talking, I think they should have started here to register their president and their legislation over the local government election.
Don't give yourself high BP. Don't give yourself high BP.
Look, if they have rescinded my movement on Saturday, I would have gone to court. Because under our constitution, you don't have right to rescind my movement because you are doing an election. It's not part of the electoral act. It's not. You have no right to restrict my movement because you want to conduct a selfish election. By the way, Esther.
Barrister.
Hold on.
Calm down.
Hold on, please. We need to say this. Go to there from section 34 to 42. All your rights are there. Freedom of movement, freedom of association.
Freedom of expression.
Nobody has the right to restrict it for you because they want to conduct the election. The local government chairman, Esther, they are just there as in a name. I bet you they will never perform anything.
Hey!
As cashier. Nobody will give them money to work. Nobody. So what money will they use to work? You are complaining of no road in this place, no road. Will they use their hand to work? Is it not money? If they didn't get their money, how will they work? Their money is in the hands of their governor. Is that not true? Esther, tell me if I'm lying now. Tell me. So what is all these people making noise? Do you know better? I told you that go and do it now. It's not by talking. You mean there is no obedience in all different dimensions? Why did they protest? Why didn't they protest? Not noise makers.
Barrister Darlington.
I made a suggestion here. It's a suggestion. I didn't say don't go and contest. I didn't say so. I am telling him based on what is going on. Look at Labour Party now. It's almost a no-go area for Obi.
Barrister Darlington.
It's almost a no-go area.
Barrister Darlington.
By the time they deceive him now, they will laugh at us. You see, you don't know politics. You don't know anything. You can't even know what to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need to wrap up the show. Barrister Darlington, make sure you take Pami this evening. Cold Pami. Very cold, Pami. You need to calm down. But you should understand that not everyone would go with what you want them to go with, despite you know how passionate the followers are. They're very passionate. Anything minus or less than they don't want, and it's the same thing too. It's the same thing too with the Baptist. Anything you say less than for the president, they wouldn't take it. So I think you need to understand the reason for the passion. Okay, Barrister Darlington, they're all passionate. It's just like the supporters of the APC and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu say nothing other than President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but the same thing to be for the Obedient and Peter Obi, the same thing to be for the Articulated and Atiku. It's normal like that during this kind of political season, but let's not get too emotional. We just need to be strategic. We need to be strategic. There's no personalization. You people need to know something. You don't personalize things in politics. So these political actors don't personalize. They don't personalize things. All right, my name is Esther Machko. It's 12 minutes gone past the hour of 9 o'clock. I don't want anybody to put me in trouble. So thank you for joining us. Follow our social media handles at VOP903FM. Do have yourself an amazing evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.